The three men were sunbathing. Rick suddenly saw that a crab was rapidly approaching them. All three turned their heads, only to realize that it was actually a giant crab. Rick was on the verge of crying with fear, wondering if he should run away, but suddenly, the few people then dropped their guard and then began to enjoy the crab meal. One crab leg was enough for the three to eat for the whole day. The few people then took the crab meat with them and prepared to cross the desert, but they didn't expect to fall into the ground all of a sudden. They were just about to get up when they were suddenly swept up in midair by the vinemen. When they looked down, there were white bones all over the ground. What was even more frightening was that a Tyrannosaurus Rex was approaching them. Several people were terrified at the sight and desperately swung to the other side, but they didn't expect the T-Rex to bite off just enough to break vinemen. During the escape, Will even insisted on taking photos to keep the souvenir. After they finally managed to get out of danger, Rick surprisingly began to mock the T-Rex, saying that despite its huge size, its brain was only as small as a walnut. The T-Rex was ready to leave when it heard Rick's words and instantly became furious. It started to run and jumped across the canyon in one leap. Several people were then completely blocked by it in the cave. The T-Rex even found a giant walnut and threw it to Rick as a proof of its intelligence. Several people then realized that they were the real clowns. Just a few days ago, Rick was supposed to be a college professor. He casually built a time machine, and he didn't expect it to actually work. They were transported to 300 million years ago, and the time machine was lost. The man was playing when suddenly a mosquito flew up to him. The man didn't feel anything, but several people across the room were sickened. After a few seconds, Rick became pale and collapsed on the floor at once, and the blood-sucking mosquito behind him had gotten as big as a bowling ball. Due to the loss of blood, Rick fainted. When he awoke again, there was still a big bag on his back. Several people feel that the ancient times are too horrible, and they must quickly find a time machine to return to modern times. They came to a cave and were suddenly attracted by a sound of music. A few people go inside and are instantly stunned. Apparently, someone from the recent past had been here before them.